I don't know what says quaint more than coastal Maine, but that's where I am right now. And check out this view. This is amazing. This is the ocean right here. That is like quintessential New England. The lobstermen going out to their traps, but I'm not here for lobster, I'm here for glampgrounds. Yes, we are looking at a piece of land up the road with a potential franchisee. Today I wanna walk through that property, meet this guy, Caleb, and introduce you to him, and really give you insight into how a glampground planning process starts. Exciting day for me. If you had told me 2 years ago that I'd be here in this beautiful coastal Maine town helping a glampground owner open up their own Ferncrest, I would have told you were crazy, but here we are, and let me show you around and give you some insights into what I'm up to today. So come on with me. Not a good videographer, unfortunately. What's up, Caleb?
Morning.
Morning. Where's that pup again? Come here, puppy. Oh, there we go. He takes up the whole back seat.
Yeah, he has the whole back
He's
seat.
like, he needs the whole back seat.
He needs it, yeah. Where are we off to, Brian?
I think next stop is 4 Acres Campground.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, we can head to the campground.
All right.
We got 12 units on a gorgeous little island. So to get to this campground, we went over a bridge. We went over a causeway. We're gonna go over a second causeway, and then we'll show you the camp. We got 12 campsites in total.
All right. So this is 4 Acre Woods. This is Caleb's first property in the area, and it's the foundation for what he's built everything off of. So my buddy here, standing with his dome, and you bought this in 2020.
Yeah, May of 2020.
May of 2020. And so you're going on to the 5th year now.
Yeah.
This has changed everything because this gave you the cash flow, the equity value, and more importantly, like the experience.
Yeah.
Like you've become an amazing operator of property. And I mean, just walking around with you just now, it's like, it's so clear that you are so thoughtful about all the details.
As you see, our first campsite, Seal Cove.
Oh, there we are.
There's our geodome.
There's a geodome.
So we're going to put a second geodome in Heron Hideout.
Look at those kayaks. Those are nice.
And then we have 2 Cedar Lake canoes.
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's like wooden canoe.
Yeah. And then this is our sauna. So we'll run the sauna at night, 5 to 8 p.m. every day.
Cool.
A little bathhouse in there.
Can you take a shower up there?
Yeah. We have one primitive site you can see through those woods.
Oh, that's like primo. That's private, huh?
That's a good site. That's where I lived last year.
Oh, wow.
You know, so that's kind of my tiny cabin. It could be an office. It could be a long-term rental. Yeah, so we got our community cabin right there.
It's like a winter wonderland right now.
Yes. This cabin's new. It's a 10 by 12. I got it a couple months ago.
Oh, wow.
That one does have its own wood-burning stove. We actually work with a 501c3 called Second Fire Project, kind of fully donations-based. We might change that for next year, but we'll get about 10 or 12 cords delivered and cut for that. And then through the woods, you know, you might have to zoom in, but there's a yurt through the woods over there.
I see it.
You can barely see it. It's green. This one's our biggest campsite, Bear Cave on the right. We got, you know, just a couple more just beautiful, wintry, wondery campsites.
Pretty beautiful.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we got a 5-meter geodome. We're doing some off-season renovations to it.
Keep it furnished and everything.
Yeah, it's fully furnished. We have a queen-size bed in here. Full insulation package from Ferncrest. But we also have hot plates, teas, a little space heater. It works.
I mean, you're seasonal, so it's not like you don't have a ton of months where it's an issue.
It's two weeks that it's a little bit of an issue.
Yeah.
I need to learn how to put up these curtains because I have no freaking clue.
Oh, yeah. Where's the, I can show you actually. Where's the pieces? I can show you really quickly.
So this is where the second dome is.
So these are your curtain bars.
Yeah.
This is your curtain hardware bag.
Okay. I like it with the panoramic window right now.
If you were heated and stuff like that, like it would be epic.
Someone could
here.
live in here, you know. With,
big
you
time.
know, even with a wood stove or, you know, space heater, you can.
Totally. These are basically your brackets that are going to hang that curtain from that metal channel. It actually sits in here like this.
It's just high now.
Yeah, maybe it's high.
It just feels high
because basically you're going to be right above the ground.
Okay.
The curtain shouldn't be that high because that'll keep as much light out as
possible. And
possible.
if you kind of stay on this row,
it would finish over here.
That's where it feels like, you know.
Yeah. I like your
You know,
signage too.
Yeah, the signage is really nice. And then, you'll see these little creatures all throughout. And my mom does all that driftwood art as well.
Your mom does that.
Yeah, so we'll add a couple of them. She made a really nice owl. Well, we have a sauna here at 4 Acre Woods, which is completely enclosed.
Okay.
So we wanted this private experience.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, wood fire sauna here. There is an outhouse, so you don't have to go to the main outhouse. We have a clawfoot tub.
That's so dope. Look at that.
Do a cold plunge.
Wow.
So you can either jump in the ocean. You can actually shower here.
Yeah.
You
Wow,
know?
so you got shower, cold plunge, outhouse.
And a sauna.
What do you charge for a sauna session?
Usually about $40.
And how long do they get it for?
An hour.
An hour.
Yeah. And I'll fire it up for them. It takes about 45 minutes to get up to the 140, 160 temp. We'll just run it only in the evenings once people are back.
Cool.
So this is the 4 Acre Woods Campground, off the coast of Maine.
All right, give me an idea. So we're at the campground.
We're at the campground.
This is Deer Isle.
Yeah,
right?
so this entire thing is Deer Isle.
So it's all the islands are Deer. Deer Isle is
Deer
not,
Isle is right here.
It's not an island.
Yeah, so
it's
so to get to the campground, you go over a bridge, right? So you go over a bridge, you go over a causeway, you'll drive through town,
Yep.
you go over a second causeway to get to the camp. So this last 20 minutes of the drive, from here to here is just scenic and beautiful.
And then where's your new property that you're going to put a Glampground on?
The new property is right next to Walker Pond, which is right here. So it's right over the bridge,
Yep.
about 25 minutes away, 25 minutes away, but 5 minutes before you get to the bridge. Katie is right here.
Right there.
So you can see 9 miles to get to. But the thing is, this island right here, Isla Ho, this southern tip is actually part of Acadia National Park too.
Yeah.
So you can take a ferry all the way through the Stonington Archipelago.
Maine.
Maine.
Maine is beautiful, amazing place. It's amazing how much infrastructure you have in such like a natural setting.
Yeah.
Right?
It flows really nicely.
You have good internet, you got electric, you got water everywhere.
Got everything we need.
You got everything you need.
I originally thought of putting the geodome here.
Yeah.
So this could be another option. The platform's already built.
Yeah.
So it still could go here, and I can move this tiny house. This one is on wheels. So yeah, that one's a 10 by 12, a little wood stove, slanted roof, kerosene lantern.
You said this one was new, right?
This one's brand new.
It smells good.
Yeah, it does smell good. Yeah, they did a really good job. So the individual who built that one last April built this one too.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, so he's like a local builder.
What did this one cost?
17 grand.
How about that one, the bigger one?
17 grand.
Right? Is that bigger or just?
What do you think?
Oh, is it a?
One's a 10 by 12, 120. One's a 7 by 16.
Ah,
I think, yeah.
higher, but so
Higher. So you get the loft space in there. So.
but narrower. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
The fact that you have these little pockets of space that most people would think are nothing, like a little pocket where there's a few trees, and then you make it this magical sauna area, or you have these little like tucked away campsites. I mean, it's only 4 acres, but it feels like a magical wonderland.
4 Acre
Kudos
Woods.
to you.
Cheers. Actually comes from the Winnie the Pooh Magical Wonderland 100 Acre Woods. So it kind of runs off that same fairy tale theme because,
Yeah, because you're a kid at heart.
Yeah.
We all are. Yeah, exactly. yeah. This is now sort of as you pointed out on the map, sort of you have this trifecta going on where you have these projects sort of all spaced out just enough where you can all feed each other and also give each guest a different experience.
Exactly.
Right?
So everything's all interconnected from the campground to some workforce housing units to the new Glampground,
Right.
Ferncrest Acadia coming soon. Having one successful campground, you're able to utilize it, the valuation and the experience to really scale.
Yeah.
To make it all possible.
You took this and you were in public accounting.
Yeah.
You took this, you bought it, you 10x'd its value through hard work and
Over 5 years.
and 5 years of time. Like we talk about like growing valuations and people are like, oh, like it's luck. No, it's actually a lot
takes
of
skill
work.
and a lot of
work.
time
Yeah.
and energy to do it all.
But it is a very amazing way to do things in business because it's not just worth the land now, it's worth the business because you have a great business on this.
Exactly.
And now you're able to put that into other projects as debt and not have to sell anything.
Nope.
You keep
You
on
keep
benefiting
everything.
from the cash flow.
Yep.
and now you're off to the races.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Endless possibilities.
You got it, man.
Cheers.
All right. All right. If you think it's just a gas station, you're wrong. It's actually a place that you can buy lobster at. This is Maine. No dice on the lobster. Put some good looking sandwiches. So this is less than an hour from Acadia National Park.
Yes, we're 55 minutes away from Acadia National Park right here.
That's like one of the best, if not the best. I know it's ranked number 7, but
Yeah.
I would actually put it up higher than that.
It's a stunning, stunning national park.
Yeah, it attracts people from around the world,
Yeah.
actually. Some of the biggest challenges with this property right now are
Yes.
going to be your timeline.
Timeline, yeah. Opening in summer,
You
6
got-
months. Here we go.
It's tight. You gotta, like, you have existing utilities at the road here with the buildings, the existing buildings, but you got to bring utilities back here
Yep.
to where domes would go. So you got to get electric back here.
Yep.
And
Got to
you gotta
run
get
water
another
lines, got to get
water lines,
septic.
bathhouse,
Yeah,
septic.
there's a lot of kind of infrastructure that's needed. This is huge.
Like this goes.
It's 18 acres.
Yeah,
It's a big property.
it is a big property, and it has the ability to expand even more.
Yeah.
if you chose to in the future.
Close to 48 campsites, geodome, cabins, a mixture of the three.
Yeah.
That's the vision. So you come to a glampground, you stay in a geodome, and you're handed these like mini putt-putt things with a little golf ball and go have fun. We're on a blueberry farm, so
that's
there's
insane.
multiple acres of just Maine wild blueberries. So all throughout the properties, you'll be able to kind of pick your own blueberries.
18 holes, right? You got 18.
18 holes, extra hole, and if you get a hole in one on the last hole, you get a free round of golf.
That's fun. Hole number 19.
We have a full-on commercial kitchen, 12 by 12 kind of area that has a range vent, hoods, a fryolator, kind of grill area. This property has a lot.
What's really great about this property is that it's near the road, it's visible, but it's also it's got the privacy in the back, but you got some public elements up here. Yeah, I mean, and that's why buying a property like this is so much more effective for that speed. Because if you bought like the beautiful piece of land like this, if you bought it raw,
It would take 2 years to get up and
2
running.
years.
Yeah, minimal.
yeah. Whereas
Now I already have a well. I already have a smaller septic system.
Yep.
So I already have enough to get going, even if it's at a smaller pace,
is there a situation where year one you do hug this area a little bit more here and try to develop a little bit closer to this, and you could maybe carve this up in a way that makes sense for you and makes sense for like the timeline.
Yeah.
Because even if you got like, say, like 8 domes open right here and we're able to utilize this bathhouse, it could be a win. What if you had domes even as close to like past this rock here?
Okay.
Instead of worrying about facing it into the forest, you're actually facing it into this meadow.
Okay.
And the meadow is beautiful. There's probably deer out there. It's probably gorgeous. You let it grow up a little bit. And then you have like basically this line instead of that line. And then they can use this bathroom.
Yeah.
And they have access to the mini golf still. I know this here doesn't look as like maybe appealing because it is like feels so close. But to be honest, like it might be a better way to start. This was a driving range, takeout place, mini golf, and now it's going to be a glampground.
It's going to be a glampground. 2025 coming at you. So we got a 6-acre field that we're planning on doing some curation, some nice landscaping, making it really pretty. We got 1.8 acres of blueberries, so Maine wild blueberries. So we have a mini golf that has a full 18 holes. So everything's already landscaped. It all flows from one site to the other. And then we got 6 acres of just woods, so eventually carving in some campsites.
This is your main meadows. And basically like this was the driving range, but you'll be able to sort of work the perimeter, adding things like domes or camp cabins and a bathhouse. Your actual parking is over here. So you have pathways coming down here. Let me pace this out because like basically.
You gonna do some counting?
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 Mississippi. Was that 4 or 5?
7, 8, 9.
But anyways, a lot of the beautiful landscaping is right here. It's
And
an
this will
18-acre
like this road
lot,
already has this
so if we
natural,
just
like,
focus
road,
on these like 2 to
natural
3
sort of, like,
acres close by
curvy vibe,
down the
top
road,
this
do
with
some
some
expansionary
crushed gravel,
projects.
and I got it.
Okay, you got the number?
Between this and this, you could have 2 domes, all right? So you have 2 domes here.
Yeah.
And
you
then
could probably do
here,
another
look at this.
3
This is
what I really
down
like
there
over here,
to that
because
stretch,
this
all
spot
looking into the meadows.
is your land
then,
as well, right?
Yeah.
So that's 5.
Yeah.
So, and you're keeping everything basically on this side.
Uh-huh.
The parking gives access to those 3 over there
Yep.
and these 5 nicely, and then you have that pathway
That's
right
a
in the middle.
short walk.
And the pathway is basically, you have offshoots of that pathway right into each dome.
So the dome would be facing here, have a platform so you could walk to the parking lot from there?
Walk from the parking lot and you would go down the road, and then you'd have the same situation where you'd have a branch off from this main road.
Then you're also closer
those
to the electrical and utilities. You know, the less you have to run that power,
no,
makes a huge difference.
It's a huge.
We have a pole right there,
dude.
You know?
It's a huge difference, and eliminating that $75,000, $80,000 investment in the bathhouse the first year
Huge.
will be huge.
Huge.
And then here, look at this. This is what I really like over here, because this spot is your land as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So again,
That's a nice little cluster.
getting utilities down here, 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
looking into that direction.
Uh-huh.
This will feel more natural.
Yeah.
And this is what we were debating about the forest line. It's too far away from the other stuff that it feels disconnected.
Makes sense.
Now this will feel like when you arrive at the property, you're
here.
You're
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Made
The
it.
signage
Look
is
at all the
there.
domes, you know. Oh, that's the one I'm staying in.
Yeah. This here is not paved, right?
No, it's
So
a gravel.
it's gravel. So trenching down the road line
Super easy.
to get to electric here, super easy.
Yeah.
Super
And you can run
fast.
it off that pole too. So you can kind of do the main two shoots
2 here,
close by.
3 here, and 3 here.
So that's 8.
Maybe you could do a couple more if you wanted to get to 10.
Yeah.
I know, counterintuitive sometimes, like I think I should be encouraging
More.
'cause-
But sometimes starting small, making sure we got the demand for 8.
well, I'm also thinking about the septic in the bathroom and stuff like that. If you do 8, you could probably run it off of that.
Yeah.
Summertime septics drain really well.
We would need a shower facility. So we could also turn that into, you know, the full-on bathhouse, and then do some plumbing there. And then we could have 2 showers, 2 vanities, 2 septics, you know, so that's as big as the bathhouse we have at 4 Acre Woods.
The expansion for you, it will feel very natural as you add around the corner, and as you extend it, it'll feel like a good extension. And actually, if you wanted to, you could do camp cabins closer to along that line on mini golf, because then it'll still feel like
Close,
interconnected.
You know, get a couple.
So you got some camp cabins over there. You got domes that connect to these domes.
Yeah.
I mean, you could even do 7-meter domes closer to here, because those are like more family.
Okay.
So like for bathrooms and the mini golf,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
like the domes looking into the forest, and then the hot tubs out there would be really beautiful.
Where's the sauna gonna go?
I'd put the sauna down farther, like in a more private wood,
Yeah.
tucked away in the woods.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot of woods we got to utilize.
You
so.
do, yeah. What's the hours of the driving range, Caleb?
To be continued, but hopefully getting open by this summer.
Yeah.
That's the goal. You know, for someone who bought a golf course and a mini golf place, I have next to no golfing ability. Why not start now, you know?
You got the clubs.
I got the clubs, got the
Like
golf.
they're from 1950.
They're pretty old.
What's the first step with this project?
The first step is just cleaning up, you know, so I have a wood guy doing some chipping right now, do a lot of mowing, a lot of landscaping, do some paving, getting a lot of hands on it, you know, making sure the financing's in place. So financing's most important, but aside from that, hit the ground running. Once the snow melts, have a big April, May, June, get the platform built, get the domes up, and hopefully July 1st for opening Ferncrest Acadia right now.
This is a fantastic property. It's beautiful. It's got a passionate owner that wants to make something happen here. So I got to run to the airport, get back home, but I'm excited to see how this project shapes up. And if you're interested in following along in the process, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow along. Bye.